The hottest things for no prep drag that I have seen here in the off season have been the amazing moves to R1 Power. I believe R1 just won the SoFlo Nationals, and the new release of the Maclan Drk TSR edition. More importantly, the software that goes along with that gives you 7 stages of tuning. We're going to flash my DRK right now, show you how to do it, coming up on the channel. What's up, guys? It's Chad. Welcome back to the Dorky and 40 RC channel. As we continue to wait for things to dry up here in the off season, we are moving full steam ahead now to plan for the next couple months on when we can begin testing. Now, we left the DRK in the DR10, which is right back here on the bench, hooked up and ready for flashing. I moved the DR10 over to the brisket chassis. Didn't really get a lot of time to run it because I moved to the breakout car because I needed a real chassis to go faster. But I know a lot of you guys have DR10s. DRK is the best upgrade you can do to a car like that to get yourself going. I know there's a lot of beginner people that are out there. I've said this a lot in my older videos. If you do not want to spend the money on something like an M17 Sanwa or a Futaba radio, then the DRK is going to be the fastest and most efficient way to make you faster, or even if you have one of those radios. So the first thing you are going to want to do is go to MaclanRacing.com software, and you are going to want to download their new Smart Link app for Windows. Unfortunately, it looks like this works really good, this firmware and software in a data logging, if you take your laptop to the field, and not so much if you're running a tablet. I guess that's okay. I really like the convenience of the tablet, was never a fan of the Wi-Fi with the disconnections and everything else. So once you download that and get you installed, plug in your ESC, you are going to get a little pop-up message here. We're going to do this in real time. So it says the ESC device needs a patch for the latest features. Do you want to apply the patch? Yes, we do. So we are successful now, and as you can see, what it's done really is just applied an update to the bootloader, so that way we are able to connect to the PCs. So we're going to press OK. We are in recovery mode, and we're going to go to the new 1901 firmware. We're going to download that, and that was it. That just downloaded it and flashed it right to the ESC. That worked out really good and really simple. Let me make this bigger here so you can see. So if we look up here in the corner now, you can see that we are connected and online. We are running the 1901 firmware, which is the newest one that is out. You can see now that we have the 7 stages of power. Let's see if it lets us go up. Indeed, with the older DRK, we can now go up to 70 degrees of timing. We'll go ahead and just take a look at a couple of these tunes here, and this is the 3.5 turn low traction. You can see that it is all here, 4.5 turns and 3.5 for high and low. No 3-turn motor, which is kind of weird because they are promoting a 3-turn motor, so that might confuse people a little bit. I know Tim Smith did put his 3.0 starter tune out there, and he has also spoken about modifications he has made to that tune as well. Hopefully they are not running on a different firmware already, but it's pretty safe to say him and Colin wouldn't have put so much information out there on their last podcast without it being relevant to this version. So we're going to just go ahead and keep the 3.5 turn low traction tune on here and start off with that off the bat. And then of course we are going to build the TSR tune. But this is what I think we'll go ahead and start with. Now, let's go ahead and build that TSR tune. So we are going to select Drag Race 6, and we'll go ahead and go to the Facebooks, and a quick search on the Maclan page for Tim Smith will bring up his starter tune that he's talking about. First thing we need to do is give our car a little bit of reverse power, so that's good. When it comes to battery cutoff, I'm going to go ahead and disable that. Don't have to worry. And I will raise my temperatures to the highest. Here are all of the settings from the Tsr Tune. So we have a throttle punch at 10, and we're going to adjust the stages here: 40, 45, 55, 65, 77, 90, and 100, with delays of 0.3, 0.1, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. I think that adds up to 1.1. And then we have a 1/10 of a second delay. We got turbo position set at 100. So when our throttle reaches 100% after the end of these stages, which is at 1.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds, then we will start to kick in turbo a maximum of 40 degrees at 6.3 degrees every 0.1 second. That way we will have all of our turbo in about 2 seconds. So he's based all this on a 2.274 mile per hour run, and it seems like a lot of people are getting those kind of results. I've renamed it TSR, so now it is all there. So now I've got that saved inside there, and that is all good, but we're going to go back to the low traction tune. That's what we're going to be running on. Real quick, while we're looking in here, we can take a look at the new data logging. Of course, we don't have any data to load from the ESC, but we can load some demo data, which is pretty cool. And that's going to show us all of this stuff. Pretty awesome battery voltages there for the demo data. And if we take a look at the new graph, the new graphing feature is supposed to be pretty cool because we can actually crop. So let's say we wanted to look at, so down here, it's got the actual timing. So let's say, yeah, I like this. I wish Castles was a little bit nicer like this. So let's say that we wanted to look at this point in the stage right here where we can see our, well, let's just pretend that this blue is our actual throttle percentage, even though here it is ESC temperature. Red line is the throttle percentage, so this is kind of hard to do. But what you can do is click on crop, and then point A we want right there at the edge, and then point B we want right here at this edge, and boom, it's going to zoom in. So we are going to be able to see all kinds of awesome information going on inside there. Maclan, it really does. They really are focused on drag stuff. I will give them that. I had to wait a year for something like this. I'm pretty excited. Looks like you can also break it down by sessions as well. That is really a good thing. Bravo, guys. Got a link to a manual, and of course we have settings here where you can look and check for updates. Here's the change log for the actual smart link itself, but that is pretty much it. Again, Maclan just keeps delivering for us drag racers. I really wish that I had a second real chassis to throw my DRK into. It probably will come in the future. We'll see what is going on down the road. I have been waiting for Breakout to release a builder's kit or some kind of next generation kit that has the availability to throw in or purchase more of their option parts at a smaller price. I do not want to pay $400 for a kit and then have to add another $500 or more of option parts to it. So if 5-Star is listening, get that done, guys. We're ready to pull the trigger. That is going to do it for this little demo, guys. We will be out on the road soon enough, and that is the first car that we're going to run because I really want to try this 7-stage. I know where this car left off around 2.3 at about 62, 63 miles per hour. I know we're going to improve on it now. We'll see you guys here soon on the channel. Peace.